Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. We'll give a couple of minutes for others to join. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start our discussion. Thanks for joining, guys. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start our discussion. Thank you. Once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So, in our yesterday's discussion, we discussed about the course content basically, like what we are going to cover as part of Dynatrace learning. So, today, what we are going to do, we are going to start with our topic one. Okay, day one topic, we are going to start the actual discussion. So what I'll do, I'll quickly share my screen. Please let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, able to see.
Yeah. So what are APM tools? Okay. So APM tools, because why I added this topic, because the basic understanding itself is missing. So that is the reason I wanted to initially set the context. APM tool means what? Okay. Application performance monitoring or application performance management tool. Okay. So basically, why I'm saying management tool also, because monitoring tool will only give you number. Okay. Response time is so and so, error is so and so, or CPU utilization is so and so, memory utilization is so and so, like that. You will only get numbers in case of monitoring tools. But these APM tools are not only giving number, they are trying to do little more than that also. Problem notification, root cause analysis, dashboard creation, Like that, you have n number of additional capabilities that are there. So that is the reason I'm saying application performance management tool. Okay, so application performance monitoring tool will only will give you numbers alone, but management tools are trying to do additional activities also. I'm in general I'm talking about APM tool, but when it comes to Dynatrace, they are claiming that they are having observability implementation platform. Observability implementation platform. So observability, what is observability and all we'll discuss in our upcoming discussion. So APM tool means application performance monitoring tool or application performance management tool. Why? Why actually we are all discussing about APM tool? If I say a simple example, so traditionally, if you go back some 10 years before or more than 10 years before, so those days what people will do, for browser monitoring, okay, browser level monitoring, what they do, they use something called dev tools or GT metrics. Nowadays also, not like very old. Nowadays also people will use GT metrics or web page test or even lighthouse. These are the different tools we used for browser level monitoring. Okay. Similarly, when you are talking about your technology level or your application level things, okay, application logic, when you are monitoring it, that time people used something like JVisual VM or JConsole or JProfilers or mm, your kit Java profiler or ants profiler. Like that, they use different tools. Example, okay. Similarly, infra monitoring, when you are trying to do it, people use something called perfmon, nmon, vmstat, netstat, iostat, like that. Similarly, for database monitoring, there is something like SQL profilers, AWR reports, ADDM report, ASH report. So like that, people used different tools. So look at here. In order to do end-to-end analysis of where is the problem, at least to understand what issue, where it is actually happening, which team is actually responsible for it, those kind of understanding, in order to bring it, you need to use any of these tools for each of the layer monitoring. Okay, so you think from a customer perspective. See, I need to invest. I mean, most of the tools are open source only, but there are instances I need to purchase certain license, means that is a license cost, and then all these tools I cannot find one person to use this, right? I mean, what I'm trying to say, we need to recruit multiple people for using. I mean, to know how to use all these tools. So think from a customer perspective, license level, there is some investment, person or that or the technical level, I need to invest certain things. So that is the reason the importance of APM tool is actually comes into picture. Why? Because your APM tool is having all these capabilities. APM tool is actually having all these capabilities. Traditionally, what we did, we used different tools for different monitoring. Browser level certain monitoring, application level, infra level, database level, like that. We used different tool for different monitoring. and that too finding multiple skill set and then tool level, infra level, like that, lot of investment cost also there. That is little hard from the customer perspective. But end of the day, yes, I want to make my application all the way available. There should not be downtime. Availability should be 100%. That is the expectation. But you need to invest a lot those days. But now we are going to use APM tools. Okay, be it like any tool, Dynatrace, AppDynamics, Neuralink, Datadog, any tool. These tools are having all these capabilities are available. Okay, so example, in our case Dynatrace, but in general also, APM tools are having something called real user monitoring, synthetic monitoring, or else I'll put one by one also, no problem. Service monitoring, process monitoring, host monitoring, database monitoring, network monitoring. So all these are actually covered. Whatever I mentioned in the above section, right? Everything is actually covered under your APM tool. So look at here, this is browser level, this is your app level, and this is your infra level, and this is your database level, and this is your even I'm talking about network monitoring is also covered under Dynatrace monitoring or APM tool monitoring. So look at here, all these are actually covered. That is the reason these tools are actually called as what? End to end monitoring. End to end monitoring, or they are also calling it as full stack monitoring. Full stack monitoring. End to end, we are going to cover it. All the APM tools are having this capability. Full stack monitoring, we are going to do it. So which means that what APM tools, why we are learning, we should understand it first, because we cannot use multiple tools for single issue, right? We cannot recruit multiple people to only do the monitoring, right? So in that perspective, they started using the APM tools, be it like any tool. We are going to focus on Dynatrace tool, but in general, I'm talking APM tools are having all the capabilities that are available. And that too, you don't really require too much high technical knowledge and all. These tools are actually very user friendly. Simple page navigation will help you to pinpoint the problem itself. Anyways, we are going to discuss that, but I'm just saying these tools are very easy to use it as well. Okay, so that is the reason everybody started using APM tools. Now we have the understanding tools for single problem statement. I'm going to use single tool, which is the APM tool, that is having the capability to cover across the layer. Okay, synthetic, real user. Real user is nothing but as a human, I am going to manually launch my application in the browser, and that traffic is actually monitored by the APM tool. That is a real user monitoring. From the name itself, you can easily understand. As a real user, I'm going to launch my application in the browser, and that traffic is actually captured in the APM tool. That is actually called as real user monitoring. Synthetic monitoring is nothing but it's kind of a job. Okay, it's kind of an automatic job that I'm going to create it in the APM tool. Tool itself will trigger the job, and then it will say the application is actually up and running or not, and what is the response time to load the application, like that. Basically, synthetic monitoring is useful to measure your response time and availability. Response time and availability. Okay, so these terms are actually something that we need to remember. Okay, so which means APM tool means what? Right now we have a fair understanding. I'm going to do all these. I only covered inline to the above topic, but APM tools are having lot more capabilities. Like your maybe I'll dashboard creation. Sorry, cloud monitoring, and VM level, or your Kubernetes containers. Okay, even problem notification. Problem notification itself is one of the important problem notification. Like this, lot of new or important features and capabilities that are available in Dynatrace. Even in the recent times, they implemented something called DQL or notebook or some process automation things like workflow, like that and all. They implemented a few more things and all, but those are there in the very early stage, not, I mean, completely mature kind of a things. DQL is nothing but you are going to write a query and then you are going to filter certain data. Notebook is kind of a, I mean, a play area wherein you wanted to do certain activity, kind of debugging area, or kind of a playground area that you are going to use it. Workflow is nothing but you wanted to do certain process automation that you wanted to do, small automation activity that you wanted to do, you can do it in workflow. But these are I would say not that greatly matured. I feel lot more things will come in the future, but right now I would say DQL is something that people are using effectively. DQL can be written under notebook. Okay, you can write DQL under notebook. And then workflow is nothing but you are trying to do some process automation. Okay, that is what. So these are very specific to Dynatrace capability. Okay, but these are in general to every APM tool. Every APM tool will work in this fashion, but these three things are actually very specific to Dynatrace alone. And APM tools, what we are doing is that, example, example, you have your servers. Okay, like this. How these APM tools are actually working? These APM tools are, we are going to install a piece of software called agent. A piece of software called agent. So this agent is going to run in each of the server. In this case, I'm putting the word as agent, but in Dynatrace terms, that agent name is actually called as one agent. The agent name is actually called as one agent. In case of Dynatrace, the agent name is actually called as one agent. Okay. So what this agent will do? This agent is actually sitting in each of the server. I may be mentioned in one instance, but in real time, all these places you should have your agent running. And what about these agents will collect the data and it will send the data to your APM tool. I maybe use the word APM. In our current context, it is actually called as Dynatrace. But every APM tool almost working in the same concept only. You are going to install the agent, and agent is going to collect the data, and the collected data it will send it to the APM tool, and APM tool will display, or all your other activities we are going to do it under APM tool only. In our case, that agent name is actually called as one agent. Sometimes I mean, maybe people will ask this question. See, in AppDynamics, okay, there is one more tool available in the market, which is actually called as AppDynamics. In AppDynamics, what is happening? They are categorizing the agent in different names. What they are calling, one is actually application agent, machine agent, DB agent, user experience agent. These are the different names that they are using. Application agent, machine agent, database agent, user experience agent. I mean, major classification I'm saying. Under the application agent also, again, they will say something called Java, .NET, Node.js, like that they are having different names. Under machine agent also, they have something called, maybe I'll write it down here. They have something called Windows agent, Linux agent, like that under machine agent. Similarly, for DB agent also, they have something called MySQL agent, Mongo agent, like that. Under user experience agent, under user experience, they are going to do real user monitoring. Okay. So in AppDynamics, what they are doing based on technology, based on OS, based on your database, they have different agents for different activity. I mean, specifically you need to say that this is what I'm going to monitor. This agent only I am require. I require to install, and you are going to do the monitoring. But in Dynatrace, mostly almost everything is actually covered under one agent called one agent. Okay, the one agent itself is actually required and sufficient, but there are corner to corner chances wherein one agent we are unable to configure or install in certain places. They are using something called as extensions. Okay, but almost all the activities are covered under one agent itself. Very rare combination only you are going to prefer the extension option. So that may be the reason people will ask in the interview time, why in AppDynamics we have Java agent, .NET agent, Node.js agent, Python agent, like that. In Dynatrace, we have everything handled by one agent itself. Okay. So for that, in Dynatrace, what they are saying is that this one agent we are going to install on top of the host. Host is nothing but your machine itself. Okay, one agent is we are going to install on top of the host. So what this agent will do, this one agent will do, it will take the complete control of the host. It will take the complete control of the host, and whatever that is happening in the or available in the host, it is auto detecting. It is auto detecting, and it is going to almost find whatever the process or services that are running on top of the host. Whatever the process or service that are running on top of the host. That is the reason Dynatrace they are not installing based on the technology, because the monitoring strategy of Dynatrace is different. We are going to install the agent on top of the host, and the agent will take the control of the entire host. On top of the host, whatever the process or services that are running, it is automatically going to be detected by one agent, and all the technology it is going to monitor which are running on top of the particular host. Okay, so one agent will take care of everything. It's a piece of software you are going to install. Basically, one agent will cover all the monitoring activities. Clear, guys?
Yeah, one doubt here. So, in AppDynamics, I know that like we have different agents, but in Dynatrace, as you said, right, if you install like one agent in one particular host, that will capture everything, all the stats. But if the DB server and the web server are different servers, right? In that case, we need to place this agent in DB server and as well as in the web server as well, right?
Yeah, everywhere. I mean, individually you have to install. Individual server, that is the picture representation I mentioned, right?
Okay.
Here in the picture also I mentioned the same, right? You are going to install each of the entity, you are going to install the agent. Okay.
One small doubt.
I think your background is from AppDynamics, huh? Your
Yeah.
current. See,
Yes, sir.
in AppDynamics, maybe that concept is there that once you are running the database agent, there is no requirement to install the infra agent, I mean machine agent, because database
Yeah.
agent itself will takes care of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of here in the each of the server or the host, you need to install the one agent, and it will monitor individual server level. That is the concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the same as Datadog also same separate agents are installed in the DB or web app.
You are asking or you are telling?
Asking.
See, they're also kind of similar concept only. There they are using that plugins concept and they are doing the configuration.
Okay, we are using the Datadog, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Here also you will install the basic Datadog agent only, but on top of it you will do every plugins or add-ons that you are going to monitor. You will separately configure that as well.
In each server.
Yeah, each server or each technology that you are monitoring. Yeah.
But some of the services which are not detecting when the one agent is installed, is there any restriction where one agent or admin team are restricting that one?
See, it's not about, it is not, I mean, it will monitor, but there are instances if it is not monitoring or things, we need to look into why it is not monitoring, whether you don't have control over it or what. That kind of analysis we will do, and that can be handled through custom methods, not by native methods.
Okay.
But that since because you are asking, I'm saying, but that concept is very, very corner concept. Most of it is actually, see, Dynatrace is actually having full stack monitoring, infrastructure monitoring, and then discovery mode. There are three models that are there. Okay, once you are investing on the full stack monitoring, most of it is actually covered. Almost everything is covered, but very rare chances only I mentioned the extensions and all. Okay, but if you are going only with infrastructure, yes, infrastructure coverage only will be there. The discovery mode is very lightweighted model. Most of the people, they will not prefer it. Mostly people will prefer infrastructure model and full stack model only. So, and in that also, most of the people will prefer full stack model only, where you don't have control over your source code. Example, you are buying one third party component. You are deploying it in your infrastructure. You don't have control over the third party. Then there is no point in investing full stack monitoring over there, because you don't have control. In that case, you are only going to invest on the infrastructure monitoring level. You are able to understand?
Yeah, got it.
So those are the scenarios in which you are going to prefer the infrastructure monitoring. In other places, you are going to use the full stack monitoring only. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Now that we...
Sarvana sir, I have couple of questions.
Yeah,
so like, can't we install agent in a load balancer and we get all the matrices of web server, app server, and DB server?
So these are the typical example I mentioned, the extensions and all, right? Dynatrace extensions. Wherein you don't have provision to install your one agent, you are going with the extensions concept.
Okay. No, but I was trying to ask, like, instead of installing the agents in different servers, what if we install only in the load balancer? In that case, Dynatrace will not collect the matrices for all.
It will not.
Okay.
See, you need to see. Our ultimate goal is individual server. What is happening with respect to the resource utilization? What is happening with respect to the code execution? What is happening with respect to individual services and process that are handled? In that case, if you are putting your radar in the very, very high level, then it will not cover it entire things, right? You need to go to the end entity. Each of the end server, you need to install the one agent. Then only one agent will collect the stats related to database, stats related to application, stats related to web server, and you are going to get end-to-end coverage. So in that case, you need to go till the end entity. Then only you will have a proper clarity of it. Okay.
Sir, one question. This is related to how the AppDynamics and Dynatrace they make money, like from the agent installation point of view. As you mentioned, for in AppDynamics we have agents as categorized. Like for application agent, you said we have Java, .NET, Node.js, but whereas in Dynatrace we have like one agent installed for one particular server. So how is the costing difference in both of them?
Costing difference means you're asking me which
Like,
tool is cost effective, or
yeah, cost effective, as well as I wanted to know, like, see, if I'm using AppDynamics, like if I if I want to monitor Java, so I will pay only for Java. Is it something like that?
yeah, that is in the concept of AppDynamics.
Okay, but whereas in Dynatrace,
It
like
is
if
all
I
host consumption based.
okay, host consumption based. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. See, I cannot straight away comment on who's actually best or worst, but I understand. I heard from multiple people. Dynatrace is considerably little costly tool only. Okay,
Okay.
but they are very superior in the way they are doing monitoring when compared to other tools, because of all the new features and capabilities that they are introducing. Every now and then they are introducing a lot of artificial intelligence related things, or new technology support, new feature set, like that. They are trying to implement a lot of new things. That is the reason they are superior in the market itself. Yes, it is obvious. For that, see, in order to get a super good service from a vendor, you are going to pay relevant to that, right? So that is what here also it is happening. I'm not diminishing, or I'm not saying other tools are they are not doing it, but Dynatrace is doing a good job. So that is the reason they are, I mean, they are costly. That is what I understand. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming back to what are APM tools. So now we will have a fair understanding about APM tools. I mean, what is it? I mean, where we are going to use it, what we are going to use it, like that. We need to get that understanding. Okay. So the second topic, why I added, because most of the time people are having the mindset, this tool is only performance testers are the only people they are using it. They are thinking like that, but it is not so. It is not like that. I mean, this can be used by anybody, provided what specific activity that they are doing is actually important. Example, developers. Okay. So developers, what they do? Developers, when they are doing, I mean, development. Okay, developers, when they are doing development, they don't have any idea what code they are developing, what resource intensive code that they are developing, whether it is actually a problematic code or what. That kind of understanding they don't have it. So for them, okay, I'll ask this question. Anybody can say, like, what testing usually developers will do?
Unit testing.
Yeah, very good. Unit testing. So they are supposed to do unit testing, but they are not. Okay, I'm not blaming developers. That is a fact. They don't have sufficient time to do certain activities because of the timeline pressure only. They are running behind time. They do development, they do bug fixing, they follow up on release milestone, they are working on production outages. A lot of things are there for them. So in that case, they are not sufficiently doing unit testing. Actually, they are supposed to, or even the code review. In mature organization, what they are doing, they are doing the code review. Even a fresher developer, when they are doing the development, the senior developer will do the code review, and then only they will do the check-in check-out process and all. That is all matured organization. But what about small organizations where they have one or two people only, they are doing the entire activity? In that case, they don't have sufficient time to do code review, all those process and all, right? So what they can do is that, yes, I'm not saying they have to, but they can use infrastructure where one agent is actually available. There they can deploy, and then they can validate it as well. Okay, but but I'm not saying everybody is doing, but they can do it. Okay, they can do it. They have one infrastructure where one agent is running, and there they are going to deploy their code, and then they can validate their actual code. Okay, so for them, it's kind of a unit testing that they can do it. Okay, and similarly, root cause analysis. This is very important, right? Like root cause analysis for them, see, where there is a problem, somebody is actually sending a mail from production time. They are saying like that there is a problem in the system. Traditionally, what people used to do, they'll create a war room, and then they'll make people to sit in the room, one developer, one DBA, one infra guy, like that. Everybody will sit in the team, and then they do analysis of each of the logs. There are blame games will be there. They'll say, this is not my problem, this is your problem. No, this is not my problem, this is DB query problem. Like that, they'll do blame game and all. It takes time. It takes time to simply identify the problem itself. But using APM tool, that is cakewalk. You can easily find where is the problem, who is actually the responsible team for that. So in that case, root cause analysis is actually easy. Okay, root cause analysis can be easily done. Okay, so they can use it for unit testing. They can use it for root cause analysis, because that is the primary activity that they are doing it as well. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, developers, they can do testing and they can do root cause analysis as well. Similarly, if you are talking about performance engineers, so performance engineers, yes, obviously they'll also do root cause analysis, because their primary work is also to do root cause analysis. They'll also do capacity planning as well. Capacity planning. So basically, they'll do the infrastructure monitoring, and they'll understand, okay, right now I am having 32 GB RAM machine. Right now I'm having 32 GB RAM machine. But based on the analysis that I performed, the system never crossed the 8 GB of a RAM. The system never crossed 8 GB of a RAM. But right now, RAM. So in that case, what I can do, from next time onwards, I can simply invest for 16 GB RAM. There is no point in investing for 32 GB RAM. So such kind of a capacity planning also can be done. Okay, so I'm just saying they are not only going to do this kind of a thing. They can do root cause analysis, they can do capacity planning, problem analysis, everything they can do it. Performance engineers, they can do it. So like this, I'll also explain like what performance testers can do, what system support engineers can do, like that. So the ultimate goal is, this tool is not a tool only designed for performance testers. This tool can be used by developer, performance tester, performance engineer, system support engineer, SRE, DevOps engineer, observability engineer. Anybody can use it, provided what activity that they are performing is actually matters. Clear, guys? Yeah. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, okay, I am going to copy paste this phone number in the chat. You guys can take it. This is Kumar sir number 80, actually 8019952427 is also Kumar sir number only. You can reach out to this number also. Or if you wanted to talk to me, 9790, sorry, or else I'll go with this number. This number also. Okay. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm continuing the same. This is a weekday session. Monday to Friday, we are going to have the session. Saturday, Sunday, holiday. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. IST is our class timing, or the corresponding time is all available in the website itself. I'll copy paste the course content link in the chat as well. You guys can take a look of it. And 15 plus hours of session we are going to cover it. Okay, each day 1 hour, 15 hours we are going to cover the session. And all artifacts, supporting documents and everything we are going to share through Google Drive. through the Google Drive. We are going to share it. You can download and then set up. All learnings can be done practically. All the sessions are actually recorded. All the sessions are actually recorded. Anytime you are unable to attend the session, or you can watch the video and then you can come back with your questions. That is also these videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. These videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. And did I miss anything? No. So all interview related questions, I mean, we discussed today also, but we are going to continue the same in the upcoming sessions as well. All interview related questions and certification, associate certification related questions also we are going to discuss it. Any question till now?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So with this, we will complete our session for today. We'll regroup tomorrow. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Yeah, you are talking to me?
Yeah. Actually, I'm completing performance background. So we are using the monitoring tool like New Relic, AppDynamics and Datadog. I never used the Dynatrace. So how much useful for me in the tool? I have only knowledge on how to capture the monitoring, how to do those things only I know. I don't know how to install an agent related to service. So dashboard, how to create the dashboard. So we covered all these things and
Yeah, it is all covered. It is all covered in this course.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.